Hello everyone and welcome to International Film Festival Etiuda&Anima. My name is Paulina. I'm really pleased to introduce you my next guest. It's Marion Täschler from Germany, the director of C, the short animation movie. And Marion, I'd like to start our conversation from a quote from your movie, and I will quote this: "Everything I touch, everything I feel, is nothing but a fantasy, a Milky Way mote of dust in the galaxy." I find it really interesting. I think that this is a punchline of your animation movie, and I think that this short sentence open a really wide topic, because when we as a humans realize that we are just a speck of dust lost somewhere in the universe, and after we were aware of that knowledge, we feel really small. And I was interested if your animation movies start from these emotions. Can you tell us a bit about this sentence?
Yeah, I mean the sentence is actually written by a friend of mine, and the text it was not. I didn't have this text in the beginning. It was written in the kind of the middle of the process. So it's not completely built on it, but of course the main focus was on this subject. So it kind of fits in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I found it really interesting because these reflections are really philosophical, existential, like basic questions of philosophy. And I was interested if these emotions were your inspirations to create this animation, or it was something else.
No, it was actually these emotions. In the beginning, I had this idea of just to emotions like loneliness and being together with someone or happy. And I wanted to show these two emotions and the way in between, but the focus was on these two big feelings, like to be alone or to be not alone. So it all built up on this, and it was kind of a walk from one state to another state and back again, and that was kind of the main focus on the beginning, where the story is made of.
Okay. Thank you for that answer. I'd like to ask you about the technique which you used in this animation movie, and I really liked how you use just ordinary sheet of paper to create the perspective in this animation, because we can actually feel how the main character is strolling around the city, walking the streets, but he or she just walking on the sheet of paper. So I find it really interesting, and I'd like to ask you how you come up with this idea.
I draw a lot of these line drawings before, and I wanted to use them at some point or somehow. And when I was drawing a storyboard and the storyline, I was thinking that it doesn't make sense to put the character in a specific place, or I didn't want to fix any kind of place, because the main focus were the feelings and not where it happened. So it was kind of a good moment to use these drawings and just put it somehow in the animation and create this new spaces and emptiness. This is places full of emptiness, but still there you kind of have a connection where it could be, and yeah, it's not. I didn't want to have it in a complete white space, the animation, because that would have been too empty.
Yeah, but this is also makes us feel that this loneliness is really vast space, and it don't have any. It is not closed. It is wide open, and this what makes us also scary a bit, or maybe a really scary about this space.
What do you mean exactly? Or so,
Maybe that was my just my comment.
okay.
Yeah, I was wondering
Yeah.
if that was on purpose that you create such space to portray this loneliness. That was my comment on that.
Yeah. I think it was not purpose. It was just in the development of the drawings. It's kind of had the style in the end, so or it created this feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was really natural to you,
Yeah.
probably. I wanted to ask you about the title of your movie because in English it's just C as the name of the main protagonist, but in your original language, German, is much way more longer words. So could you tell us what we missed in the translation?
And well, the film is called in German Alleswasichberühre, which means everything I touch. But I just merged the whole word together, so it's a long one big word. And I don't know. I had to make an English or an international title, and I didn't really want to translate it one by one. I think it would have made it easier a bit in after now. But I don't know. I just then came up with, or I just used them like the character name. So yeah.
Okay.
But it would have been easier to just translate it. Or
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Could you tell us something about your next projects? Are there any next projects you're preparing right now?
Yeah, and started to think of a new short, and I still have to get funding or try again to get funding. But yeah, I hope I can animate soon a bit to get into the topic of yeah, two birds in a room.
Two birds in a room?
Yeah,
Can you tell us more about it? What does it mean?
and it's right now I don't know exactly what will happen, but it's like two birds they meet on the streets, and one invites the other one to dinner, and they will be in this room the whole time, and it will be, I hope it will be very uncomfortable because they don't really like each other, but it's like, there's situations where you don't find the moment to leave, and the whole evening is just like evolving and getting not so pleasant for both of them, but they kind of getting through it and try to have the good, to keep the good feeling, and yeah, that's the state I am right now. So yeah, there's a lot of things I have to figure out.
Okay, so that's really
Yeah.
interesting that you try to think about your own emotions through animation movies. So it's almost like a therapy to you.
Yeah, I find it hard actually to make a storyboard because I think I just have to animate and then I'm finding the story. So yeah, it's more like intuitive, and it's kind of there to tell a story through the emotions, not exactly my emotions I'm going through, but maybe the thoughts I have of certain things. Or
Okay. So do you need to make some script, or you just act and prepare your animation in an intuitive way?
yeah, the thing is for the funding, I should have a script kind of, but my idea was to find a story with just I wanted to do like an impro animation with the characters to get to know them or how they react, and that was kind of my idea. But now I have to see if it works, if I have the time to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good luck with your next project. I hope that you will have the
Thanks.
chance to create it. And thank you for this conversation.
Thanks a lot
I really
for
like,
having me. Yeah.
yeah, I really like this animation, especially this how you create this vast, lonely space. It was really moving picture. And thank you for being with us on our festival.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.